Hi everyone, it is Nat here as always. I'm on for Friday book haul. I haven't done one of these for ages. Have been grabbing a few books out of the recycling and I have a pile together now, so I thought I'd come on and show them to you so I can start putting them away. So this first one is The Merchant of Venice, or I like to say Venice because it sounds sexier. I like these covers, but I'm not sure, I might reuse this one. I'll see how it cleans up. It might clean up okay, but I really love the spines on them, so I might reuse the spine. Love these start pages. They're always beautiful in these little books. Always get heaps of these, and I always take these start pages out in the title page. So this one is a 1931 reprint. Love these titles too, so I'll probably take those out. Of course, you could use all the pages and that, but like I've said before, if I try to use every page of every book, I would not use anything else because that's all I'd be having to use all the time. So I do tend to recycle a lot of pages, but I do keep a few. If they've got really nice paper and that, and I might want to use it for collaging, I'll keep a few, but yeah, I have stacks. So I'll probably just take the lovely start pages out and take the spine off of that. This one is The Twelfth Night. They must have cleared out the Shakespeare and poetry section. Love keeping the little stickers that are at the start and start pages again. It's got some little music pieces in. You always get heaps of notes in your Shakespeare because it's studied at schools or whatever in the olden days. Thank goodness they didn't do it in my time at school. I would not have enjoyed it. Some cool pictures there. This one is a 1938 reprint, so quite old. That writing's quite nice actually, so I probably will keep some of these. It's not very often I say I'll keep the pages with the writing on, but the writing is quite nice. So I might keep some of them. Now, next I have this one, which is Animals Without Backbones. Again, I like to take most of the start pages and any of the blankish pages to back my tags with. This is a 1955 reprint. But I didn't think much of this book, but then when I looked in it, it has lots of illustrations, and I really like those. Something a bit different. Very neat. I find this sort of thing fascinating as well. But look at that, that's really cool. Nice discoloration on the pages as well. There was this, and the covers intrigued me. Again, I might see if I can wash that off, which I should be able to. And I can reuse the boards and probably replace the fabric there and make a little journal out of it. It is a bit warped. But it's just a blank notebook. I think it's blank. Let's have a look. Oh, there's just a tiny bit of writing there, but I think that is it. Again, it's getting a bit of discoloration on it, so great journal pages for me to use. I can reuse the cover. This is a school algebra. There were lots of algebra books. I ended up trashing a lot of them because they weren't that great. So I just kept the older ones that I thought had more interesting pages in them. This is a 1936 one, and I think this is the first edition. Oh, is this the one that's just... No, this isn't just tables, but look, it's got gorgeous table in the back there. Some blank pages I can use. And all your answers. I'd probably have fun sitting there and trying to work these out. This is We of the Never Never. If if you're an Aussie, you'd know it's one of the famous Australian stories. So, but I quite like this cover. It's got an imprint almost there. I don't know if it's been sitting on a book that had this pattern on its cover and it's sort of taken on some of the colour, or it's discoloured this cover a bit, sucked some of the colour out of it or something, but it's quite interesting. So, and it's already got your coffee cup stain. It's a bit of cleaning up. I'll see how that comes up. Beautiful writing there. I'll definitely be keeping that page. Nice blank ones. Map of Australia. Look at the writing on that. Lovely. Beautiful start page. 1909, so it's a antique book. Nice thick pages too, so I'll probably end up keeping some of these. And really old picture plates. Dirty there. Lovely old book, that one. So I got so many books, but a lot of them weren't that interesting, so I've already harvested them for a few pages, but I thought I'd just keep some of the more interesting ones to show you. A French word book. Be nice if they were just novels in French, but they are not, so I don't think this one has a date. Does it? 1951 reprint. Alan's Modern Guide to Old-Time Dancing. I thought this was quite interesting. I did used to do ballroom dancing, so of course I did learn some of the old-time dances. Did some waltz. Did lots of two-step for the social classes. That would be fun. With the rectangle line around it, they'd make nice little journal cards. The Pride of Erin and the Foxtrot. So I thought that was an interesting one. Another one with mathematical tables, but I really like the cover as well. If I don't, it's a bit battered in the spine, so I can either reinforce that or I could just take that off and use the covers with my cinch. Oh, I've got a couple of boxes of covers and I still can't not keep all the ones that I like the look of. I tend to keep all the really pretty ones, but a lot of the time I want to cover them with fabrics, and then I've got to keep some that aren't so pretty to do that with. So, yeah, just have to go through them and cull them every now and again. This is 1951, and yeah, just tables, piles of tables. Those ones are a lot smaller too. They're really neat. So great for doing collages with. So wonderful book, that one. Chambers 7-figure mathematical tables, whatever that is for. A Leaf in the Storm. Quite like this cover. And I think that's the main reason I have got this. But look at the colour of the pages. They're different. And I like I always try and pull these out. A lot of the time they don't want to come out whole, so I try and pull the underneath book page off with it. Some beautiful writing there. It's almost like handmade paper. It's lovely. So I'll probably keep a first stack of this paper. Yeah, they're nice pages. It's always good to pull out a few different ones because you get the different patinas and textures and that for your collaging. This one is Prisoners of the Sea, and love the embossing and the gilding. And that spine, definitely keep that spine. The back's not very pretty, but see how it cleans up. So I'll reuse that. This looks like an antique for sure. No date on that one. Yeah, definitely an antique. this purely for the cover. Love these covers. The only thing is sometimes when you take the book block out, they can like break down here. But in that case, I can use my cinch or make another spine. Could even try do an altered book with one of these sometime. We'll see. This one is Kangaroo Island Shipwrecks. I thought this was an interesting book. (1972). I think this is the first edition, so I might look this one up. I know that I was harvesting a book the other day, and you sort of get into a groove with them when you've got a lot to do, and I just like pull the book block out, and then I look at it, and it was the first edition, and only 1,000 were ever printed, and it had the person's signature. Yeah. It was a reminder to look at all of that before I take the book block out. Anyway, you don't know, and it depends on the condition of the book and that anyway, so. Okay, so this one's got a bit of ephemera in it. A salute to Kangaroo Island. It's got some writing on it. I will try and decipher that, look up about it, but always good to get a bit of ephemera. So this is lots of pictures of all the shipwrecks. Well, not all, but I'm sure there were more around Kangaroo Island. I thought there might be some good pictures if I do a nautical themed journal. I do have a bit of ephemera for that sort of thing, so it's something I should do one day. Nice big pages as well that I can use. Might leave that in there for now. Then there's this British Craftsman. Cover is not in good condition at all. Got that nice old sort of handmade look again. The paper. And is that 43? I think it's 1943, if I'm reading it right. And yeah, some of the colour plates are gorgeous. The watercolours. Look at that one. It's an embroidery. Such a shame for those pictures to go in the bin. So I will grab the next lot. There was this Excel Basic Skills Mental Maths Strategies, Year 3. But what I like is the colour of the pages. Really nice and bright. I think that would be great in little golden books or sort of your more kid-style journals folded as pages. Something a little different, a little fun. There was this grids and charts. This is really cool. Lots of pages in here for me to use. Again, just adds a bit of interest. Handy for the creative copy and cut. I wonder if you're allowed to. It's got a copyright. You can use it for the classroom, school publications, or personal use. So you wouldn't be able to sell your journals if you did photocopy these, but that's all right. There's heaps of pages I can use in there. Now I don't know if it's the whole set or what, of these. So they're famous stories. But I love the size of the covers for your smaller journals. So I just got these for the covers. So we've got the 3 Musketeers. So I'll see if there's a date on one of these. They'd all be around the same. Quite thin paper. Again, you're getting a nice picture at the start and a beautiful title page, which I like to keep. Don't think there is a date. It's very thin paper. It wouldn't be good for doing much with. So got that. We've got Kidnapped. Might as well have a look at the start pages. Barnaby Rouge. I have not. That's Charles Dickens. I've never heard of that one. There's Charles Dickens. This is The House with the Green Shutters. George Douglas. Oh, that's an interesting picture. So it's the Library of Classics. David Copperfield by Dickens. Treasure Island. Robert Louis Stevenson. Stevenson or Stevens? Stevenson, I thought it was. Silas Marner by George Eliot. Wuthering Heights, Emily Bronte, of course. The Life of Nelson. The Talisman, Walter Scott. Sir, I should say, Walter Scott. The Golden Treasury, Palgrave. So great covers, and it's great having a few of them. They will be fun to use. Richard Scarry's ABC Word book. You get this in a small version. I think it's a little golden book. I'm not sure. I think so. But this is a big hardcover. People love Richard Scarry. I'm not really a fan of the illustration, but I think you could do some really cute journal cards for the little golden book out of these bigger pages. So I thought I would hang on to that one. It's got a few scribbles on it. There are a few of these annuals, or the annual style books. So I've got the Scout Annual here. I think I'll trash the dust cover because it's not in very good condition and there's not much interest on it. I do like going through these. They tend to have your really thick pages, which are great for watercolouring and that sort of thing. This one's 1962. And I love this sort of thing. Beautiful. I think I pulled a page out of this when I found it for my son's journal, which I'll show you afterwards. I love these pages. There's a fox again. Might need to grab that one out. Got some moths there, so I love grabbing, a bit like your dictionary encyclopedia style books. There's a lot of different content. I really like the illustrated titles. Oh, there's some birds. They're lovely pictures. They remind me of some of the stamps you get these days. They're a nice size page if you did want to fold them in half as journal pages, although they may be a little brittle. I'll have to see. Look at that. That is beautiful. That would be nice watercoloured. Although trying to keep in the lines, it's not my strong point. Probably leave it as is. Some architecture. So wonderful book, that one. The Great Marks of America. It's a car book. I try to avoid keeping many of them as well, but this one had some great pictures. This one is 86. I had to cut out some of the signs and other bits for my glue booking. And the size of some of the pictures is great for the glue booking as well. So probably harvest it pretty quickly and just grab some of the pieces that I really like. I've got some adverts too. Yeah, lots of vintage style ads. Some nice cars. Some of the pages and pictures are way too big to use, but some of them are a really good size. So I will harvest that one pretty quick, I think, and get the bulk down. Another annual. It's the Eagle annual. Look at them on their go-karts. They were the days. Inventions, 1964. So got some cartoons. Someone bowling. So it looks like a lot of cartoons in this one. I don't really like using cartoons. I have seen people use cartoon strips to make journal cards and stuff, but it's not the type of thing that I like much. Strange places for bird nests. That's great page. There's always some nice surprises in these. There was a Grimm's Fairy Tales. I did collect a few of these. The cover on this is awesome. I might even use this cover to make a fairy tale journal, and it will be a huge one. But I do love this cover. And look at the plates. Printed in Great Britain. I'll have to look this one up because it doesn't have a date. But the pages are beautiful and those plates are amazing. Let's get all my fairy tale books together. Do want to make a set of journals based on some of the stories sometime. But I think, yeah, it might be good to reuse the plates in this one and the cover and some of the other pictures and make a big journal. There was this, which is Knowledge. This is number 2. I think I have number 1 here, and I had taken it out of its cover, and then I realised that it had cool stuff in it, and I thought I'd show you, so I'll do that one afterwards. Made and printed in Great Britain, 1960. So again, just lots of topics and gorgeous pictures to go with the topics. I love it because you learn things while you're harvesting. Look at that. That would be beautiful centre spread in a bee journal. Flowers. Just check that you can see some of this. Yep, you can see it good. It's quite a big book. This is the page that I pulled out of the other annual, The Young Fox. I thought that would be cool in my son's journal that I never make. Oh, look at that picture too. I'm going to have to do a flip or something for that, aren't I? It's difficult. So this would be the other one. It's the same size, so I'm pretty sure this is number 1 of those knowledge books. So I'll have a quick flick through. Gorgeous. And cars. Oh, this one's got some nice stuff in it. Flowers. words. Lovely books, those. There's this Modern School Classics, selections from 5 Roman poets. 1959. Oh yeah, so this just has some words and phrases from the poetry. There's a few neat pictures that I might take out. But I do like the cover on this one, so I'll probably reuse that. I'll probably make that a cinch bound journal cover. The Making of Australia by Walter Murdoch. It's a bit dirty, so we'll see how that comes up. It's got some writing in it. Doesn't seem to have a date. Has some pictures in it. Not sure about that. Might take the pictures out. The pages are glossy, which doesn't bother me, but they're not the sort of quality that I would use in a journal. I would use pictures though. I'll probably keep that sort of thing. So I'll go through and have a look at that, and I'll see about the cover as well. This is Passion, a book of quotations. I have a lot of quote books here. I don't often use them, but I think one day if I'm bored, I might sit there and go through them and see if there are any quotes that I might use on some journal cards. So I'll have to do that sometime and get the bulk down, I think. I find it hard to not keep them for one day when I have time, which is never. The Eskimo Doll. That's a cool start page. The dog and cat, and keep that for a pet journal. So it's your monochromatic or whatever pictures in this one. Some nice big words though, great size for cutting out and making sentences with the words for your journal cards and tags. I might do some of that with that. This nice retro cooking book, Picture Cake Making, Good Housekeepings. I think I've got a few of these here, but it's another one that I find hard to let go of. Because look at that. Love it. The colours are amazing. Lots of fun for a cooking journal or a sweets journal. There were gardening magazines that can go in the recycling. So I've got a few gardening magazines. We'll just have a quick flick through this one. So I keep magazines now for mainly for glue booking, but I would, of course, I don't really care where my pictures come from in my junk journals. If I'm doing a journal on snakes, I'd use these for sure. They're gorgeous pictures. But otherwise, I keep them for glue booking, so I'm going to harvest these sometime. I might actually start doing a few harvesting videos with you guys when I get time as well. They'll probably bore you to death, but some people seem to like that sort of thing. And it's something that I'm always doing. So we could do it together on occasion. You can see what type of things I keep. And then if I ever get myself organised, I'll show you how I store everything. So yeah, got a few of those to go through. Golden Book Encyclopedia, these are awesome too. I don't know, 1 or 2 sets of these, but I think I did start. I don't know if I've done them all yet, but I think I've started harvesting these because I do have like a bookcase that's Got a few shelves full of these. Just bulks things up so much. I have too many books in that here, so I've really got to start harvesting and making hard decisions about pages and that, just so I can keep getting books because I can't help myself. So these are, does it say? 1981, these ones. But again, just so many different topics, great pictures. So when I do harvest these, not much goes to waste. But once they're harvested, I can sort them into themes. It makes it a lot easier than when I go to make a journal. I don't have to hunt around for all these different books and then go through them all to find any interesting pages. This is Cysock, last of the racing clippers. I don't think that has a date, not that it really matters. It doesn't look very old. It has all these certificates and writing, so they'll make great background ephemera, I think. And then your vintage pictures of the Cysock, which look really cool. A big colour plate in the middle. So maybe a vintage sailing journal sometime. They are beautiful. The stadium, I took the cover off because I thought I'd probably just be trashing the most of this, and then I think I realised that it has heaps of cool pictures and pages for glue booking. So I will possibly see, look, these will be great for doing some surreal collages. When I get time to get back into it. Time and energy is what I need. And there's so many cool pages that I'll probably just leave it like this and take them out as I want to use them. Because there's, yeah, a lot of really cool pictures in this. It was bad enough when I was just making junk journals, because I'd look at something like this and go, no, I'm not going to use it, so this would just get recycled. But now that I'm glue booking, I thought it was bad enough for junk journals. I have like a setup where I store all the different themes for junk journals, and then I have another one where I store all the different themes for my glue booking. It's ridiculous. But if I put them together, that'd be too much to look through, you see. But that's going to be very cool. Looks like they're mostly all black and whites, but that's fun. There were a couple of your Donna Hay recipe magazines. Again, there's some great adverts in that have cool pictures for the glue booking. So occasionally I come across a recipe I think I might like to try it. So it's just a card that's in there that I can recycle. And I mean recycle by covering it and using it in my journal. And then there's a gourmet one. So I know there's probably not a lot of my followers that would like to see harvesting of this sort of thing, but I do also do the collaging when I get time here and there, and I know that some others that like collaging like to see harvesting and that. So this is about the ashes, something that doesn't interest me whatsoever, but again, there's bits in there for glue booking. And probably bits on most of the pages. Maybe not most of them, but half of them. So I might be able to harvest that one as well, but we can do that together maybe. Got some cool stuff. And the same with this one. This is Steve Parish, Sydney, Australia. So again, some nice glue booking fodder. Sorry about the glare. This one's very glossy. That's lovely. So they will be a lot of fun. This is Joe's Boys by Louisa M Alcot. I kind of like the cover. May reuse it, may not, but I do kind of like it. It's nice and colourful. The inside's very discoloured, which isn't a bad thing for us journalists. Or journal makers, I should say. I don't really journal much, so I can't call myself that. 1967, this one might be a first edition. Might look it up. There was this KISS, the Greatest Australian Guides Ever. Guide to Managing Your Career. Another one for glue booking, I would say. Yeah. Lots of, when you got the people on the white background, so much easier to fussy cut and have a clear image for your glue booking. So that will be another one to be harvested for people and phones, and yeah, there's a few really cool pictures in that. There was this Bible. I really love the cover on this. It needs a little clean, but otherwise it's really nice. So I'll probably reuse that. Sorry to anyone who does not like seeing Bibles being used in that manner, but it was just heading to the bin. So it's got a nice little sticker there. Love the title page. This is 1953. So, personally, I don't use these pages in my journals as such, but if other people wanted to use them, I might pass them on. I do keep a lot of religious pages if I think they look really nice or they are antique. They've got beautiful pictures and that. I don't use them myself, but I keep them to pass on to other people in the future. So I'll probably do some packs with them for people that might be interested sometime. But yeah, really love that cover. Lovely. So we're up to the last few books. Yay! It's been a bit of a job. So this is a What Time Is It Peter Rabbit frieze. So a wall frieze. But the pictures are a great size still for journal pages and journal cards. So that's what I'll be using it for. I might cut out the numbers and the clocks to use, not sure. I'll cut out anything and keep it just in case. You never know when it's going to look good on something you make. How do I open this? There we go, upside down, but beautiful pictures. So I had to keep that. This is Barbara Cartland's Book of Love and Lovers. Now, disclaimer, there may be some nude pictures in here. I have no idea. I just thought I better warn you first. Yep, there we go. Nudie bums. So this one is 1978. Might be another first edition, this. But there are some beautiful pictures, and I do keep a lot of your Reader's Digest pictures that have women and men in them and that, because they do look quite romantic, and I might make some romance journals in the future. I think that would be fun. So I thought this might give me some pictures for that. Also, a lot of them are your Victorian style, and yes, there is a lot of nudity. Yeah, beautiful Victorian style pictures that I can use in just typical vintage journals as well. You know, and pictures on every page, although I don't think I'll be using any of them nudie ones. If anyone wants them, let me know. I mean, they are beautiful, but yeah, not something I'd make a journal with personally. I could dress them up, I suppose. But otherwise, beautiful pictures. So definitely a keeper, that one. I've got a few of these too, but again, I'm a sucker for your retro cooking books. New Australian Cookery Illustrated. I just love it when a book's called new or latest and it's from the 60s or something. But look at that. Beautiful colours. Look at the colour of those pages. I don't think it's even discoloured. I just think that's the colour they were at the start. They probably were white though, because that one's white in there. Hard to tell. I love those colours. Technicolor. They're great fun books. I'm going to have to just do a mass making month of cookbook journals sometime. So I'd love to reuse all those sorts of pictures and the adverts and that sort of thing. They're just amazing. The same with these, I swear. I think they must put one out every year. And I did start collecting them. And then I thought that is just ridiculous because, of course, they were filling up a whole shelf in my bookshelf and wasn't using them and that. So I think I started harvesting them. But they're really old ones. I find it so hard to harvest them until I'm going to use them for something. So I do have a collection. I would say this is the oldest I've ever found. Definitely. So I think I have to look this one up. I don't know if there's a date under there. I will remove that carefully sometime. Is there a date on there? No. Oh, there we go, 1931 this one, so definitely the oldest I've found. 19th edition. Don't think there are any coloured plates in this one. That's so cool. And you know, that old and it's glossy. So I don't understand when people don't want to use glossy pages because they want it to look vintage. I mean, this is pretty vintage. Look at those pictures, they're awesome. Great old pictures and that. Just seeing if we've got any. I love this title page as well. Just seeing if there are any adverts at the back. I don't think so. Which is unfortunate because they would be cool. Got someone's recipe there. Oh no, maybe it's how many of these trees they've got. 3 figs, 2 peaches, 2 plums, 2 apples, 1 quince, 1 apricot, 1 nectarine and 1 mulberry. Maybe they're planning their garden. This is a beautiful dust cover. Look at that. It's Heidi Grows Up. It's a sequel to Heidi. I know that a lot of people love the Heidi books. So let's have a look. It's just, yeah. That's nice though. Nice embossed cover. It's in pretty good nick, the cover. Look at the picture. 1956 for this edition. Don't know if it has any more of your colour prints, but it has beautiful illustrations otherwise. There we go. Not a lot of them, but there's a few. This, it is a board book, but the pictures are gorgeous. Look at that. So I might use them for a cover or a tip in or flip out, whichever way you want to say it, for journals. It's a bit of writing, I'd have to cut that off, but that's all right. I just love those pictures. Farmyard journals. This is amazing. Must look for other ones in this set. Roly Poly Bear, Woodland Tails. Again, amazing pictures. So must make a journal out of this, I think. You've could almost do maybe a set of journals and just have this as a cover piece because they are just so beautiful. They deserve to be on a cover. So I'll have to ponder that one. And then the last thing I got out of the bin was this. My son said, I think this is one that you like. And I looked at it and I thought, geez, that's a bit of a plain cover, isn't it? And then I read it. It's the Nature Notes of an Edwardian Lady. Trained my son well. Look at those pages. This one's 1989. I'll keep this one because it doesn't have the dust cover or whatever, I think. And use it for my personal, well, use it to make journals. I should probably make one out of it and keep it for myself one day. Beautiful condition. I swear they open them up and look at them and think, oh, the pages are dirty, so they put them in the bin. Which suits me fine if I find them. I hate to think that these go out in the recycling all the time and I don't catch them. So anyway, that is my book haul for this week. That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed going through them with me. I get so much inspiration looking through books. It's one of my favourite things to do is just look through old books and get inspired by all the different pages and think of all the things that I could make with it. So now I've just got to get making some stuff with them. So take care of yourselves, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye.